Hello all and welcome to a new video of F1 highlights. In today's video we shall reveal why Hamilton is suggesting to quit F1. So without further ado, let's get started. Former Formula 1 chief Bernie Ecclestone thinks that Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff Lewis Hamilton is a bit fed up and may even be toying with the idea of replacing him, at least if Hamilton isn't ahead of him. Lewis Hamilton is currently 6th in the Formula 1 World Championship, well behind teammate George Russell. Former Formula 1 chief Bernie Ecclestone thinks so. He sees a different Hamilton than in previous years, and he suspects that Toto Wolff also sees this. Toto is a bit tired of Lewis, Ecclestone told the Daily Mail. I don't think he, Hamilton, is trying his best, do you? Or maybe we should phrase it differently. He doesn't seem to mind that he's losing, and that doesn't suit him. He's naturally very competitive, but I think he's taking his losses too lightly now. And not only does Hamilton care little about his own performance, according to Ecclestone, but also what happens on the other side of the garage, Hamilton says. According to the Brit, I don't think he actively helps George Russell move forward. I don't think he does anyway. So very much. I think it doesn't interest him all that much. He's no longer willing to invest as much of himself as before. Lewis Hamilton is currently 15 seasons active in Formula 1. For various reasons, there is speculation about when he will leave the premier class of motorsport. Hamilton himself gives a reason that could prevent him from renewing his contract with Mercedes. The British driver currently has a contract with Mercedes until the end of the season. Since the 7-time world champion has a certified cooperation with the German team, by the end of the year 2023, the time is slowly coming to start new negotiations. Mercedes failed to make a competitive car this year, which happened for the first time in the hybrid era. So, also for the first time in years, Lewis Hamilton is not competing for the championship, partly because this year's Mercedes car is not competitive enough. Teammate George Russell finished above the 7-time world champion in 7 of the 9 races. This fact has led to the Formula 1 community to speculate how long the 37-year-old driver will be active in the premier class of motorsport. The bouncing of the Mercedes has fueled speculation even further. As can be seen in Baku, Hamilton was greatly affected by the problem. The world champion hopes it will not get in the way of his future in Formula 1. I expect we will have solved the problem before the end of the season. So hopefully it won't be something that will determine whether or not we continue racing, but time will tell, Hamilton told. Due to that, there were allegations that Hamilton may have lost interest in staying where he is if he does not get better conditions on the track next season. The head of the team also spoke up and said that it was still early to start some more serious negotiations. Have we started negotiations on a contract in 2024? Yes, back in June 2022. We're happy with Lewis, and so there is no doubt that we will be in a better position next year, but it's still early for negotiations. When I said that, I couldn't wish for a better driving pair. They work so well, they even ask each other questions at briefings. It would probably be different if they were both at top, said Wolff. Engineer Andrew Chauvelin tells that Mercedes has already made great progress in recent months. Can Mercedes win another Grand Prix this year? That is our attitude. We've seen that our pace in the race is not that bad. In Canada, there was still a big gap, but it was much smaller than in Monaco or Baku. In Barcelona, our race pace was pretty strong. The frustrating thing about this car is that every now and then we get glimpses of the performance. That makes you want to keep working and developing on it. That's why we're not focusing on 2023 just yet. We are still trying to pull all the performance out of it, but I like to tell myself that this year we'll be able to win a race, and so will the rest of the team, concludes Chauvelin. Hopefully, the updates will do their work and get Mercedes back at the front, also to keep Lewis Hamilton satisfied. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button to not miss any Formula 1 news.